We're really happy earlier. Yes, we need to close out your video.
I'm gonna do a motion here.
Yes. Sorry, just want to make sure that we are live streaming again. We're red there, but I need to see it. Apologies.
I'm gonna have some candy already.
We're red there. I think we're red. I need to turn the camera on. We're good. Council met this evening in camera and would share that staff proceed as directed in closed session in regards to a financial matter.
We need a mover and seconder for that. Mover, Jeannie, seconded, Marina. All in favor? That's carried. And we're now at the adjournment. I have a motion that the committee of the whole meeting adjourn at 7:28. Jeannie and the Reeve. All in favor? And we're done. 31 minutes to
This is right. In the bathroom break now, I don't know.
Legion meeting tonight.
Oh,
Must be Legion meeting tonight, or
dear.
well, maybe it's a special
That,
thing for somebody that passed away.
I already have.
That was one.
you started that was in my calendar.
Roll call, everybody that was here before is still here. Call the meeting to order. If everybody please rise for the pledge of Canada. disclosure of pecuniary interest being done now or at that point in the meeting. Seeing anybody present, approval of the agenda moved by Ron, seconded
No,
by
excuse me. I'd like to make an amendment.
amendment.
I'd like to amend the agenda to include the addition of a bylaw for the appointment of an acting chief building official, an acting deputy chief building official, and an acting building inspector.
Through you, Chair, would just add that this is an emergency. We desperately need folks to backfill for the building department. And as a result of the late hour, I will require 2/3 vote majority to have the inclusion.
Yeah, those bylaws all made up.
I do indeed.
Okay.
Need a seconder for
No, well,
Everybody.
I'll have Ron move it and Jeannie will second it. But she just wanted to make it, and it'll be as amended,
Yes,
as opposed to adopted as presented.
right.
Everybody's aware of that? All in favor? It's carried. Approval of the
Right,
minutes of
two-thirds.
Steve,
just second that, man. What was the amendment?
There's an amendment, Steve, that
Bylaw.
there's a bylaw to appoint 3 staff members as acting to backfill the holes in the building department.
So interim CBO,
It'll come up.
No, acting, not intern, acting.
What we're approving right now is for this agenda item
Yeah.
to come to us
Approved,
later
yeah.
to talk about.
the bylaw needs to have 2/3 vote.
Yes, which we do have, but we just want Steve to understand it.
So everybody's ready to move on to the minutes? You good, Steve?
yeah, just ready, backfill, acting CBO, it was 3, CBO.
Acting chief building official, acting deputy chief building official, and acting building inspector.
So for the minutes, I need, Marina will move, Jeannie second, for the council meeting minutes from October 14th, 2025, be approved as presented. All in favor? It's carried. Down to report, committee of the whole from October 13th, Bill?
17th report of the Committee of the Whole, the members of Lanark Highlands Township Council, we the members of the Committee of the Whole, beg leave. Report section A is information, section B as follows. B2, the council accepts the recommended terms of reference amendments for the Recreation Advisory Committee, and the council accepts the recommended motion from the Recreation Advisory Committee to adopt the Frosty Fling as an official township event. B5, that the Township of Lanark Highlands pursue entering into an agreement for shared use of an annual hazardous waste event, with costs being shared equally between Lanark Highlands and Tay Valley Township, and that the operating household hazardous waste depot located in Middleville be closed starting in 2026.
Does anybody want to pull out one of the B items to vote on separately? Jeannie,
5B,
any other ones? You want to talk about, 2?
Yeah, E2.
Yeah. Okay, Jeannie?
so 5B, I appreciate that, the thought of this council was that we are going to do the event. My question is, are we moving ahead 100% with closing of the hazardous waste depot in 2026? Or is there room for, the waste committee to explore other options, or are we pretty much all in agreement that we're gonna close it? I wasn't sure, we had a lot of discussion about this, and I wasn't sure. I know we wanna move ahead and just do the event, a one-time event, but the second part of that is, are we actually closing the hazardous waste depot in 2026? Done, finito, gone.
In Middleville.
The way
That was my understanding.
Yeah. Jeannie?
through you, Chair, the way I understood it was that this has already been explored by, maybe not fully, but by the committee and by our manager of public works, that we've already tried all the creative solutions this summer and that it's not working. So
didn't
yeah, my understanding was it was a full closure and moving towards a one-day event.
Okay, it didn't go through our committee, that's
Yeah.
the only reason I'm questioning it. But if this council's,
If I can make a suggestion, I don't believe that there is any rush on this, other than potentially some of the coordination with Tay Valley Township, but knowing that the event would not occur until spring anyway, the next meeting of the,
is December.
would it be prior to the one council meeting? Like, is it December?
No,
Would it be the
it's-
Monday before?
I
I thought it's December 5th or something.
yeah, I think it's the first week in December.
What I'm hearing you say is there's room for discussion over the winter months prior to it opening.
Or
in
if
spring.
you go to the next
That's why I
waste
wanted to
committee,
split the
and
two,
come
I
back
have
to
no
the
problem with
following
me running the event,
council
I just
meeting.
wanna.
This is only talking about having an event with Tay Valley, a one-time event, that doesn't necessarily,
But read the second part of it.
Well, you weren't here, Ron, so
no, I wasn't here, so yeah.
what would that entail was working with waste management or whatever, they would set up the trucks for a day, people would come in, load them up. You'd think, some places do 2 days, I think, like
Yeah,
maybe
this is a
spring and
one-day
fall.
event.
Yeah.
So whether you do it midsummer,
And the
But
second
by the
part is-
costs, like it is very quite costly to have that one event, cause they bring everything in
Yeah.
and take it all the way.
Third party
so if-
running as well.
If we were to do, like, if we were to allocate the costs to that, I don't believe we'd have the costs in the operating budget to also
Yeah.
keep the household hazardous waste.
Yeah.
It's kind of one or the other, and I don't believe that it's as cost effective if we do it for two events or 2 days.
I mean, through the chair, the very fact that these things are so popular and do cost a lot of money is proof that they're a great way to do it. Because everybody comes and drops off their stuff.
you get it done, and they know well enough ahead that hopefully they're available for that day.
That's your one shot.
The neighbor, that's the downside of it, somebody that wants to go in there, gone for the weekend or whatever.
Well, the reality is you have hazardous waste all throughout the winter and you have to take it, so you have to save it to at least the hazardous waste
Exactly.
open, so if it's one day, then I'm fine with it being one day, that's.
Personally, if the waste committee wanted to take a look at this and say, right now, we've decided to close the depot and have one event. What else could be done to help with hazardous waste? Are we missing
Well, so
something? And you
that,
guys
I
can
threw
have
it
that
out
discussion.
through the chair, I threw it out when this discussion was taking place, that this didn't come, and I realized that maybe it's class under operational, and maybe it's not the committee's responsibility, I'm not sure. But there was some discussion, and I did very little research myself and a couple other members of the committee about the option of making it more than what it was, not just doing what we've tried, because it has been a disaster through the years, that has not been run really well, and then the one year we got hit with that big whacking $70,000 because we had to bring in an outside company, so I just don't know what the options are. Maybe Catherine's already looked into this. We didn't really discuss the closing part, we just had major discussion on doing the one-day event, which, okay, I'm okay with that.
I thought it was really clear that we were closing. I
Okay.
thought that was the basis for having the one day.
Yes.
The way I see it, that I think that the motion could go forward as it reads. That's not to say that an agenda item could be on the waste committee, and if new information and great ideas have come forward, you bring it to us then.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm happy with that too.
That's what I was thinking.
So the one thing that Ron, like Catherine had looked into Carlton Place, which is the only other one,
Yeah.
everybody else goes there.
Yeah.
So they're maxed.
Yeah.
I don't think they're maybe open as often as the one up here though.
As what we were, no, they were not,
Yeah,
no. But, okay, I'm not gonna say anymore, so I'm fine with
so we're
that.
good with 5, it can stay as is.
Yeah.
Ron, 2,
Yeah, unfortunately, I was absent for this meeting, so I just wanna come to grips with this, we're taking over the Frosty Flag now, it's gonna be an event that's an official township event, that we providing staff, we're doing all the work.
I can speak to it. So, a couple of years ago, Frosty Fling became a subcommittee of the Recreation Advisory Committee in hopes to try to revitalize the event that was sort of a one-person show with a couple of volunteers. in the last couple of years that has not come to fruition to get somebody new. So the discussion at the Recreation Advisory Committee was, we've been pulling off with the township being a big part in the Canada Day event, with a great group of community people around the table. Could that happen with the Frosty Fling event as well? And Chelsea felt that yes, it could. And so the discussion was, could the Recreation Advisory Committee and the Frosty Fling Subcommittee be an official township event? It is assumed that it will be an annual event every winter. It may not be of the capacity that it has been in past years, depending on who comes on as volunteers. So the committee will be the spearhead, if you were, with Chelsea's leadership and liaison with other community organizers. And she now has a list of volunteers that have helped in the last 5 years to start a working group. That's my understanding of how it's gonna run.
Has there been any more interest in the community to?
No.
That's my struggle. I don't wanna become a burden on staff to try and come up with a community event, and the people in the community aren't willing to step up to the plate, because it's gonna take people in the community to step up to the plate. I understand the work that you and Councillor Verreken did, and kept it going. It's unfortunate that there's nobody willing to accept the responsibility to move it forward, so I just hope it doesn't become a burden for township staff.
I do hear that, and I'm hopeful that Suzanne will keep an eye and oversee it and let us know if that is the case. As the chair of the committee and as a council rep now, my role has really changed from when I was a volunteer community member on the committee, when I was saying, I will do this and I will do this. I am now leading the discussion and I'm not volunteering. I of course will volunteer at some point because that's in my nature.
Yeah.
But I do hear a lot of, I will do this and I will do this from the staff member and not our community members. So I do hear your sentiment and I have the very same worries.
And it's also the fact that it's to the village, specific to the village, so
So
there's other outlying areas that are,
yeah.
Yeah.
Through you, Chair, the benefit of that is Chelsea does have plans and admirations because of her connections with all of the community halls to try to make it known that this is a Frosty Fling Highlands event.
Okay.
And so to promote everyone to be doing their own things, and the poster will encompass everything that's going on in the Highlands during that weekend. The aspirations are there, and I think that the premise of it is there, whether it can be pulled off to be determined.
Chair, just one.
Best tips for comparing auto insurance in the United States.
Just wondering if we could maybe do a small amendment and have it as become an official township event in 2026. It allows us to try it for 1 year, see how it goes.
sure,
Absolutely.
And then,
What I like about that is it's the last year of the committee anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so then the
make a
terms of
fresh
reference and the
decision going
decisions
forward.
from that committee can go forward in
I'm
the
fine with
fall of next year.
yeah.
Yeah,
And when you look at the comedy night, that's everybody from all over.
Oh, yes.
It's not just the village by a long
I'm
shot.
not against the event at all, I just don't wanna become.
And my understanding is the fire association
So I was
is
just gonna say,
continuing
yeah.
to support the
Yeah.
Yuck Yucks component.
yes.
And yeah, I think Chelsea has already started to make some phone calls for dates and bookings, which I believe she sees as being one of the prime roles for herself, so I smooth so far, I will say.
Well, the arena, it stopped, 3 years ago because there was a tournament that particular weekend, so.
There's nothing at the.
Well,
meeting,
and then the
it's booked for-
COVID too, I mean, you
Yeah.
couldn't.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was why it stopped initially.
Yeah.
So everybody's good with the two of them
Well,
Yeah.
a small amendment to
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
Yes.
for 26?
Yeah.
So you have a seconder for the,
Sorry, just one moment, I'm going to start recording because I'm not 100% that we're live streaming, so I want to be able to get this video up, so.
good to go now? So do you have a seconder for the report?
Councillor Close.
All in favor? It's carried. Do another business. Off the top of the head, the only thing I can think of is our in-camera session we had that we can't talk about.
What's happening with Pakenham,
Pardon?
the bridge, what's happening there?
It's,
Is it done?
no, I think I have some more, about to the end of the month, no, maybe this week it's done. They're doing, repointing the base of it, and, I think under the arches, this probably was a really good summer for that, with no flow in the river. But
Okay, I didn't know, I haven't seen
Yeah.
any postings, so I was curious.
it's been closed the odd day, I think maybe it was notified that it was gonna be closed this past week, but must be getting really close to it, but it's a matter of doing some work underneath, and I think they have to do some more work next year to stabilize it. If you realize how old that bridge is, it is an unlimited bridge. They did some major work on the base of it on top, so it could carry all the weight that it wanted to, but you can't get much on it because it's a lane and a half
Yeah,
wide.
yeah, it's not very wide, I just didn't know whether it was finished or not. Okay,
Yeah, it's gotta be getting close, but it hasn't come back to council for that. I was gonna say on a personal note, Friday was my first experience of riding in an ambulance.
oh,
I had a major vertigo situation,
oh,
which you sort of eliminate having a stroke.
God,
Suzanne had issues that day too with a swollen eye, so it wasn't a good day, so I spent the morning in the hospital.
oh my God, are you okay now?
Yeah, and the ambulances are not a pleasant thing to ride in, they're very rough. But, no, I was getting better all the time, but when I get up, I'd sit up in the morning, in about 10 seconds, I had to lie down or I would've passed out.
No?
Did that like 3 times, and Suzanne freaked out, and phoned the ambulance.
Like we're biting.
We got the paramedic in the village, like she's there in no time,
Wow,
so. I don't know if you think of anything else in the county, Bill, it wasn't, that was a pretty quick meeting last.
Yeah, it was,
I had to read the corporate services because Steve wasn't there. So, I got moved by Bill, seconded by Jeannie, that the county updates received this information, all in favor?
we approved the Cooney pit. That's one thing we did,
Okay.
Jeannie,
which was started here.
Yeah.
Cooney pit.
Through you, Mr. Chair, here is the place where we will briefly discuss the addition of
the
bylaw
bylaws before we go to
2025,
notice.
1998, appointment of acting building officials.
So you want to do that as one bylaw?
It is one bylaw.
So as written up, what it does is it provides for Kyle McCray to be our acting chief building official in his new capacity and under his new contract as opposed to his full-time contract previously. And it also adds Peter Eklund, who is the current CBO for Drummond North Elmslie, to be appointed as our acting deputy chief building official. And it adds Rick Patterson, again, a building inspector with D&E, to be our acting building inspector. With their workload, they will be trying to do our services, specifically Peter and Rick will be trying to do the services for us outside of their normal work hours, so either start of day or end of day. But knowing that we are struggling a little bit with how fast sunset happens, they'll be trying to fit it in where they can, and really it's just to help manage any of the time-sensitive, time-critical pieces that bridge the gap until we have a full-time CBO hired. And Kyle is trying to make time to be available to also assist and do these time-sensitive ones, but it's just been more challenging than we had predicted to have his time available to dedicate to this. So that's what motivated this change. And by bylaw, or by legislation, we need this to be in place before we get them to act in that capacity.
Jeannie?
I'll move it.
Seconded by Ron. No discussion, all in favor? Full majority. So, next, the 25th, we have a public meeting, committee and council, and then that's our only one meeting in November because the other meeting would be Remembrance Day.
Okay, and then, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
So the 24th is our strategic planning?
Yeah.
Do we have any dates yet on a public daytime session for budget, or not yet?
We're hoping to get the treasurer start date confirmed prior to the next official budget items planned, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we'd like to have the new treasurer brought along.
Absolutely.
onto
If
the
I can
budget
just
process.
personally ask if it's a during the day, I need as much notice as
Okay.
possible.
And then December, I guess we're only having one meeting there in December?
Just one.
Questions and comments of the public?
Council,
I have a question.
I have a comment. I love the sign. The sign
Yes.
looks really, really good.
Jeannie?
Can we talk about the deferred item before we do the confirmation proceedings? Can we bring that, can we activate that deferred item? Because I read it, and my concern was that the 200th anniversary was still on there, it's now gone. So can we not just move this now?
Yes, that's why it's back.
Perfect, okay, sorry, I just thought the order, we're doing a confirmation bylaw, and then we're gonna do another dealing.
Good point, Jamie. We'll move it up.
Okay,
So you're moving it, Jeannie,
yeah,
seconded by Ron. The bylaw number 2025-1995 being the bylaw to adopt a reserve and reserve fund policy, be read first, second, third time short, passed and signed by the reading clerk. All in favor? Carried. Confirmation bylaw moved by Steve, seconded by Jeannie, that bylaw number 2025-1997 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council meeting held on October 28th, 2025, be read first, second, third time short and passed and signed by the reading clerk. All in favor? And adjournment. Moved by Ron, seconded by Jeannie.
what time is that?
7:53.
Okay,
10 minutes, good job.
Well done.
All in favor?
all right, we're done.